I had a great comment on one of my videos the other day, and it was the video that I talked about how I channel divine energy in order to help people heal and also to help heal myself. And so the person commented, how long did it take me to quiet my mind and sit in meditation before I started to feel this vibration of this higher energy, God's energy coming through and helping people heal? And I thought that's a great question. For me, it took a lot of releasing old beliefs that no longer serve me and truly loving myself for all that I am and not judging myself or others. There was a lot that went into raising my vibration enough to where I could hold the channel open enough to where the divine energies came through. So for me, it started in 2016. I was fired from a job and I was just devastated. And there was so much complication around this event. And I remember the day that I got fired, I hiked up on the mountain behind our house and I just sat there and just contemplated and cried and was just reeling with a lot of emotion. And as I was walking back home and just feeling like the world had crashed around me, I walked through this, for better lack of words, this energetic field of pure love. And it felt like all these little flapping angels of some sort, like little beings that were telling me as I walked through, I could feel it. It was loud and clear. It's all about love. It's all about love. And watch how God's going to transform this event in your life into something beautiful, because it truly is all about love. So by the time I got off the mountain, I met a friend who was waiting for me at my house just to console me. And I told her, it's all about love. None of this matters. It's all about love. And God said he's going to transform this event in my life to something greater beyond my comprehension. So that's kind of started me on this journey of releasing what no longer served me, healing the past traumas in my life, and also loving myself unconditionally. And it took me a good 2 years of going through a lot of muck and a lot of sadness. I called it the dark night of my soul, where I literally my head was spinning. And not only was it spinning because I just lost this job and the humiliation of it and how the whole community was wrapped up in this particular firing, and it was embarrassing, and it was a shot to my ego, and I felt wronged. So not only did I have to get over all that, but also my trauma as a child started to come up. Now I've heard of this before, where trauma gets triggered by trauma. And so then all of a sudden, all my childhood trauma started coming up. My parents were alcoholic when I was young. My mom divorced my dad when I was 3. She remarried an alcoholic. I was molested by my stepbrother. And it was we always had financial issues. It was this whole trauma of my childhood started coming up. And I thought, this is really interesting. And it was just hitting me in waves. And then also some traumas from college and some traumas from being a young adult and different traumas that I had been carrying. So not only was I told this beautiful message of divine love is the highest path and that my life was going to be transformed, I literally was down in the dumps, the darkest night of my soul, for sure. So I hope that gives you a point of reference of where I came from in order to get to where I'm sitting right now. So it started with 5 minutes a day of sitting in silence. And I remember I was so angry at God for all that was going on in my life that I actually just said, I am not going to church anymore. I'm not going to listen to anyone else. Basically, it was just me sitting in silence, asking God who I am, what is my purpose, who God is, divine spirit is, and why did this all happen? So it was all this trauma going through, and I was hell-bent on sitting in silence to calm my monkey mind down, to actually start to learn self-love and start to believe that I had a voice and that it was okay that I was going through this stuff, and it was okay that my childhood traumas were coming up. Like most of my life, I had it together, I thought. And this whole event just blew my whole world apart. So to answer the question for that person who asked how long did it take, it really took as long as it needed to take in order for me to let go of what no longer served me. And I knew our Creator wasn't judging me for my journey. I started to walk away from judgment on the things that I felt embarrassed that I'd done, shamed that I had been a part of, anger for who had hurt me, shame for how I've hurt other people. Like, it was all coming in, releasing my parents for the best job that they could do, releasing my stepbrother for what he did to me, and just, it was all this convoluted stuff. So that kind of started me on this journey of sitting still and almost becoming, I'm obsessed with it now, listening to the divine power that is in me. And then when I get messages, I start to listen. This divine spirit that runs through life and has created life itself, this energy of pure unconditional love is in us. Our creator is in us, waiting for us to all walk around on this earth and become lights and keep shedding this beautiful love for others to walk into who they're supposed to be. And that's why so many of my videos are talking about healing in so many ways, and healing through the breath, and healing through our intentions, and healing through our thoughts, and healing through letting our feelings talk to us and teach us and releasing them, and healing through non-judgment, and healing through meditation, and healing through love. So it's a lot to unpack, and I hope that I explained the question that person asked in my video. How long did it take to notice this divine energy flowing through me? And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Just start walking into who you're designed to be, and watch how your life is going to transform through love. Thank you, and have a great day.